really don't like your odds.
This creature disturbs the woods with the sentinel's binding as a token. Has the forest not bent to the whims of the sentinel already? What more can we give? So he may pass our yoke to another, a stranger to the woods. Your demand is empty, voice of the sentinel. I refuse. Why should we care for a mortal? We only seek to grow as our nature intends. Your sentinel is the one who prevents this, but you care nothing for our plight. It is a waste to speak of this further. Take the bud and be gone, but know this. There shall be no peace in these woods.
A familiar scent surrounds you. Did the Sentinel send you? What do you hold? How dare the Sentinel pick his successor out of pity? But she didn't bring us the bud, you did. Why should we give our blessing to one who needs another to carry her burdens? He didn't even trust you enough to tell you, did he? Let the Sentinel explain it to you when you next see him. I'll do my part and no more. Where is this princess who is greater than the needs of nature? Too weak to even follow you? No, the forest does not need such a creature. The Sentinel oversteps his bounds, and the Weird will not allow it.
If you have something to say, you'll say it to my face.
I will. You are weak, fit for little more than prey. How do you hope to wield the Sentinel's power?
Stenwick is trying to save my life. I don't know what he has planned, but I certainly owe it to him to see this through.
The child knows nothing, and he expects us to offer our blessing? Once the Viridian Sentinel stood for something more than a wet nurse to spoiled children. Now he expects us to train and rear this daughter of the city as our own? No. The Sentinel asks too much. His time wanes. He will make this girl the new Sentinel, untrained and unfit. He holds no respect for the forest and no respect for the Weird. What does it matter to us if one child withers to allow the forest to grow free, I ask you? If you must. Of course, you already know whose side she'll be on. That said, arrangements must be made. Be quick.
I don't know what Stenwick is planning, but if it'll save my life, I trust him. I don't understand why these weird people can't see that. Sounds like jealousy to me. It won't stand in my way. I won't give up a second chance at life for the whims of some forest folk. Stenwick is a kind man. Why won't they see that he means no harm? The Weird can't interfere forever. Let them bless this thing and be done with it. Stenwick's not getting any younger.
We will need to bless the Voice's bud if you intend to go through with this. Althine will help you prepare it. For the Sentinel's ritual, he needs a Spriggan bud, freely given. You have obtained that, but the bud will not bloom without nurturing. I hope you aren't squeamish about blood. But sister, you said this was the last time we would help the Sentinel. Let us finish the blessing and be done with it. Come along, then. We have a sacrifice ready. When I say, hold the bud out in your hands, keep them steady, no matter what happens. Plunge it into the offering. Quickly. That's it. The bud is ready. Take it to the girl, Ilara. I can't believe Damara continues to help the Sentinel on this mad scheme. We will all suffer for his generosity in the end. The girl knows nothing of the woods, and it will cost us all dearly.
The Weird have stalled long enough. Stenwick isn't healthy, and we must do what he asked before it's too late. Go to him. Tell him what we've done. I'm short of breath and must save my strength. I have a feeling they don't dare harm me as long as I'm under Stenwick's protection. We'll see if I guessed correctly. Of course. And this bud may heal Stenwick, the way he healed me. We'll need to use it if we're to save him. Take him to that altar in the lake. I'll meet you there.
was hoping you'd return before... I couldn't speak to you one last time. It's good Alara's not with you. I'd hate for her to see me in such a state.
Time, my friend. I gave my everything to heal Alara, and it won't be enough. That's why I sent you to get the Spriggan Bud. The only way she'll live past a fortnight is if she becomes the Sentinel. And luckily there'll be a vacancy shortly. In a sense, the power of the Sentinel is immortal. I'm old, but Alara is young. The Sentinel's power will take root and flourish in her. The weird fear what she will become, but you can't let that stop you. Take my essence. When I'm gone, save Alara. Tell her she must tame the will of the woods. The bud will summon, and the amulet will bind. The weird certainly won't help, considering they'd much rather see this power go to waste. Don't let the Sentinel's power fade. It must live on in Alara.
Thought he'd be here by now. Where is Stenwick? He gave everything to keep me alive, even his life. I don't even know what to do now. Does that mean I'm doomed to die as well? That was his plan all along, wasn't it? And I never got to thank him. If this is what he wanted, then I must see it through. You still have his amulet? Take it to the altar. We'll say a few words for him. So these moats are all that's left of dear Stenwick. What's that sound? Can you hear it?
We meet again, ally of the Viridian Sentinel. Now you seek to subjugate these woods once again. We will see if you can succeed. How I long to watch you stumble and fail, but an ancient pact compels me to explain the rite. One simply has to gather the moats about the lake, but beware, we are not without our own defenses. Then there will be no Viridian Sentinel. The yoke about our necks for centuries would be freed. Of course, there is one way to ensure the princess does not become the Sentinel. Destroy the Spriggan Bud I gave you, and she will fail. It is true, but we have endured a slow death for much longer. Man was not meant to rule over nature. No matter their intentions, they cannot know the will of the woods. The Viridian Sentinel is a mockery of nature's true cycle.
I think I'm better now. Gods, what is this place? I didn't think we'd be able to pull through at the end, but we did. We did! You can't imagine how this feels. I had no idea Stenwick had this kind of... power. I can feel the earth. I can taste the wind. It's like every piece of this forest is a part of me. I will remain here, a part of these woods forever. Could I even command the beasts? It seems that it would have been a trivial matter. More than that, the rocks themselves give me strength. I feel immortal. Ah, apologies, my friend. This power, it's heady, like a deep, cold pool. Refreshing, but so easy to fall into. I have much to learn, it seems. We met only briefly, but the forest will remember your deeds forever. I will make sure of it. So much has happened to me. It's hard to think clearly. No, I belong here, in these woods. Eventually, the Weird and I will come to terms. I see our past and present through the eyes of the Sentinel. There will never be love between us, but understanding is not too much to ask.
Harvesting. Looks like you're buying at the next pub, Fla.
He's too sick to travel again if this fails. It's the waiting that's the worst. If Kerbal has some magic cure, why doesn't she just give it to my husband? To all of these poor souls. Are you also waiting to see Kerbal? She's the village's mayor. They say Kerbal can cure any disease, but once cured, you can never leave the village. I'm not sick, but my husband Draven is, and if we have to live in a hovel for the rest of our lives to save him, that's fine by me. That's another strange thing. It's hidden, through the cave up the hill. Kerbal will send for me eventually, but I'm worried. It's forever without him. Could you take a look and make sure Draven's all right? I have some gold. I can pay you. You'll need to talk to the guard by the cave entrance before you go. They don't take kindly to unexpected visitors. Draven's my husband, tall, handsome fellow. Tell him I'm still waiting. To be honest, we don't know. He doesn't like to talk about it, even to me. Last month he locked himself in our basement and refused to come out, as if he was afraid I'd catch it from him. I heard all about a legendary village where all illnesses cured, ever since I was a lad. When Draven got sick, I needed to find it, or learn whether it even existed. Spent nearly all our gold until I did, and here we are at last. Draven entered the village a week ago. Kerbal says it's part of the treatment, to see how the patient fares without his or her family. She sent someone to tell me it won't be much longer. I can't wait to be with my husband again.
Stop! I must alert the mayor to all new arrivals. Many would. I can't allow everyone into the village, or we'd be overrun by disease. Some say the village can cure everything, but that's definitely not true. We're very selective. You seem healthy enough, though. What's your business? His case came up today, so your timing is excellent. I'll signal ahead that you're coming in. We ask that you don't stray from the town once you pass the cave. The woods beyond the village aren't safe.
We don't get many visitors nowadays. Don't get me wrong, though, I'm pleased to see another soul. I'd offer you something to eat, but I'm afraid I've already finished most of it.
Rejoice! Soon we will have a new member of our family, Draven. Patience, friends. I will speak to each of you individually.
I don't recognize you.
Come, let us speak. Welcome to our humble village. Not many find us by accident, yet I smell no illness upon you. May I ask what brings you here, if not the cure? Ah, Renoir sent you then. He need not wait outside any longer. Draven will soon be inducted into the village. I'll see to it the guard lets him know. Is that all you seek, then? I apologize, but you are an outsider. It's impossible for you to fully understand, but suffice to say that those who are cured must stay in the village. It is for our protection and theirs. Draven is in the guest house if you wish to see him.
Forgive me for not getting up. It's been a long day, and I'm ravenous. Is there something you need? Are you new too? He's such a silly one. Of course I am, now that Kerbal's agreed to cure me. He can come to the village now the first week's over. Is he still suspicious of these fine folk in the village, I wonder? I'm afraid I can't talk about it. The village prides itself on privacy. I apologize if Renoir inconvenienced you in your travels, but as you can see, everything's fine.
Draven, what's going on? No one will
and
tell
sit.
me a thing.
Everything will be all right.
I can't be the only one who thinks something strange is going on. Kerbal and the lot of them. There's some kind of cult.
Renoir, let it rest. Soon I'll be better. Doesn't that count for something?
I don't trust anyone in this town. Why won't they tell me exactly what the cure is? Why can't we leave town afterwards? And if they have a remedy, why can't they tell me what's wrong with Draven? Draven's desperate for a cure. He'll believe anything, anyone. I know you've got your own business, but I could use someone on my side. If you could have a look around, or maybe ask people about this place. I don't know. I'm at a loss. Thank you. I'll talk to Kerbal directly and see if she'll tell me anything. So far, she's kept all the details to herself, and you can see what Draven's like. When you have something concrete, let me know. It'd do a lot to ease my mind. To be honest, we don't know. He doesn't like to talk about it.
Sorry, I don't sell our supplies. I'm sure one of the merchants on the other side of town will have what you need. Yes, well, we have a need for it. If Kerbal hasn't told you, then it's not my place to say more than that. I need to get back to work.
You're new, aren't you? I saw you leaving the guest house. Anything I can do to ease your transition? I can't tell you anything. Kerbal's forbidden it. You're welcome to stay, but don't go nosing around for clues. We're a private folk, and we don't like outsiders.
Everyone deserves variety in their diet. I provide that.
I don't get a lot of business from outsiders, and my stock is limited, but take a look.
Another visitor? Suddenly this village isn't feeling so isolated.
The problems with the Reachmen continue. I'll have to start forging weapons instead of horseshoes.
Why don't you leave us alone? We came here to get away from people like you. Threatening me, are you? Look, I didn't invite you to talk to me. No one's making you stay here. Why don't you talk to Helene? She's in the basement. Talk to someone who can't leave. Maybe that'll shut you up.
It hurts! It hurts! Go away! The change! The change is coming, and I can't stop it! Kerbal promised me that she could help! But only after I calm down. Please go! I can smell your blood. It's driving me crazy!
I'm a werewolf! Oh, gods, I said it! A terrible beast! I can't control myself! But Kerbal promised she'd save me like she saved everyone else! Please, don't leave yet. Can I talk to you? It's past. I'm so ashamed. The feeling comes and goes, but I need to talk to someone, to take my mind off things, please. I'm going through my first change soon. It'll be my first time as a werewolf. Everyone's experience is different. It's a kindness to keep me away from everyone, really, until they know how this will affect me. It was an accident. While hunting rabbits, I stumbled onto a feeding werewolf. He instinctively attacked, but stopped before he caused me serious harm. Unfortunately, he'd already bitten me. I was so scared. He changed then and explained what would happen to me. He told me about Kerbal's Hollow. I didn't believe it at first, so I waited. People who heard about my attack made it clear I wasn't welcome. By then, it was too late. So here I am.
That's not right. Something strange is going on in this town. You've seen it, haven't you? They just took Draven away for their initiation. It's like some kind of cult. There's a winding path just past the village. Kerbal and a handful of others took him up that way. They said they didn't have a spare robe for me or some such nonsense. Enough for both of us? No? Then you use them as a disguise. Kerbal's too familiar with my face by now, and she'll recognize me whatever I wear. They're binding him to the village forever. I don't understand yet. Make them stop before it's too late. Keep out of sight. They wouldn't even allow me to watch, so I doubt you'd be welcome there without your robes. If you hurry, you can make it before they arrive. Make sure they don't hurt Draven.
There's no turning back now, Draven. You are a part of this village now. Don't be alarmed. Soon the pain will subside.
No. Stop. You're in my head.
Don't interrupt the ritual. No! I've lost control! Draven! Come back! You've endangered us all with your meddling. Well, what have you got to say for yourself? Yes, we all are, in fact. That's why he came to us. I can suppress the lycanthropic tendencies of the disease. The ritual you interrupted was to seal Draven's form, to protect him as well as the village. But now he's turned and we're all in danger. We must find him. The ritual might still work if we catch him in time to complete the binding. If not, then we must save the town above all else. Go after him. I must tell everyone what's happened. Everyone who's left, that is. If he can't be subdued and forced to complete the ritual, he'll have to be killed. And that's on your head, not mine. to it!
What's happened? Some of the people in the town are acting strangely. What? That was his disease all along? Why didn't he tell me? We have to go after him. He's probably frightened out of his mind. What was Kerbal thinking? Kerbal has a lot of explaining to do. Stealing his form? What does that even mean? Gods, I pray Draven's all right.
Everyone, stay calm. We will soon have this back in hand. Keep faith, my friends. Renoir, bring Draven to the town hall. Stranger, come with me. Some of the townsfolk have already turned back into their werewolf form. The spell is breaking faster than I thought. Draven must complete the ritual. Yes, he's not the first to fail, but it's very rare. Those who don't complete the ritual usually die immediately, by their own hand or someone else's. Nevertheless, it's better than the alternative. He may not see me as an ally, thanks to your interference. He may only remember how much pain I caused. This is your fault, so you must fix it. The others from the ritual site will bring him in. Let's hope he doesn't remember your fight. Talk to Draven, but take what he says with a grain of salt.
What have you done to my husband?
Where am I? It was like I fell asleep, but then there was this terrible pain. I remember you. You're the one who helped my husband. Renoir, are you all right? Did I hurt you? I see the truth. Power calls me. No one can stop me. Kill. Eat. There is no fear, only hunger. No, I'm not a beast. I can control myself. Renoir, Renoir, don't leave me. No, don't let her. I don't want this anymore. I've seen what she does to the people in this village. She takes their minds, puts them under her control. Being a werewolf is a curse, but I can't give up who I am. I felt it. She was in my head during the ritual, cutting away something inside. Something important. I couldn't move. To think she did that to all those people, that's no cure. I'll have to learn to control myself, but it's not impossible. I've had lycanthropy for a while now, and I know the signs. It'll be much easier now that Renoir knows the truth. Thank you. Poor Renoir. I'm so sorry, my love. You can leave me if it's too much to bear. Just don't trust Kerbal, no matter what she says.
I've heard enough. I'll be outside.
He speaks the truth. I've bound everyone here to this village, but by doing so, freed them from the curse of lycanthropy. They all chose it willingly. Think what you want of it, but each of our sacrifices is for the greater good. It's a very long story, but the short version is through magic. I bind the villagers, voluntarily, to each other in our original forms. Once bound, transformation into any alternative can't happen. Yes. That's why we require a stay without their family before their acceptance. They must understand what it will be like without their loved ones. Can they cope? Can they live in this village forever? They must be sure, or we won't risk it. No one's ever left. We're happy here. Safe. Once bound, even partially, if they leave the Hollow, they'll break the entire bond and change form forever. Draven must see this. We will lose control, little by little, unless he completes the ritual.
What will happen to Draven now? I don't understand any of this. Her too? That explains it. Kerbal has a spell over this entire town. These people are all mindless drones. If we're to save Draven, we must break this spell for good. I think I know what to do. The gate on this side of town leads to a cave entrance. It was guarded the last time I saw it, but with half the town gone, maybe we can get through. Kerbal doesn't want anyone up there. We've got to destroy whatever she's hiding on the hill.
You defended Fort Virar against General Sarian. A friend of mine fought there.
Remember, Draven isn't quite himself yet, and in this state, he endangers the entire town. I know it sounds harsh, but only severing his link to the village will spare the rest of us. Are you sure? You've seemed quite friendly with both Draven and his husband, and the only cure is a permanent separation between Draven and the rest of the village. Not that I mean to change your mind, but you must understand what this means. Thank you. We've but one recourse left to us at this point. Draven must be removed. The spell which holds back the lycanthropy is weakening because of him. Unless he either finishes the rite or dies, we're all doomed to follow him. I can't let the people of this village suffer for the whims of one man. The townsfolk, they don't know the cost of their freedom. No, it's better to do it away from town. Draven will revert to his werewolf form soon. We must lure him out of town. Renoir will be our bait. I pity the man, but it's our only recourse. I'm glad you understand our predicament. Don't hurt Renoir. He's already gone through so much already. Take him past the cave up the hill. With luck, Draven won't be far behind, and we can end this nightmare.
Smoke, ash, and fire. Just like home.
Hope we find...
What would you like to... You're pretty good adventure.
We must hurry, before Kerbal does anything more to hurt my husband. What did he say to you? Her too? That explains the gate on this side. think I hear
Renoir,
something.
stay back!
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
Raven, wait! We can't go through the town, not after what's happened. I'm glad we put a stop to this madness. And look, Draven knows me. He knows both of us. That gives me hope. Draven needs to learn how to control his power. I don't know where we'll go while he does. Somewhere far away from anyone else, where no one will question us. If this is the life we must lead together, I'll gladly run with him. There's a lot I don't understand about what happened, but at least Draven and I are together. The way we belong. No. And now that I know what it is, it doesn't matter. I've known him all my life. This is the first time he's ever kept anything secret from me. We'll need to work on talking over our troubles with each other, instead of hiding our problems. Our lives will be different, but I'm sure other couples have issues too.